Hello, I'm Avery or Hazel or Kylie. You can just pick one, I don't care.
Hello, I am Lily.
Uh, you sounded unsure about that.
So I may have been just thinking about the movie so much, which is named Moana. Thus, I almost yes, I am Moana.
Ah, interesting. So apparently, when you write with a bird, it's called tweeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, welcome to the From the Closet podcast. Today we are covering Moana. Um, yeah, good. Great movie. And this podcast will contain spoilers for the movie.
Why
If
are
you'd
you
like,
saying it like that?
shut up. So if you'd like to avoid the spoilers, there will be a link in the description below to the Just Watch page for this movie, which itself will have links to every place you can rent, purchase, or stream the movie with price comparisons for renting and purchasing. For us here in the US, the movie is available to stream on Disney Plus. You will also find in the description a link to our Patreon where you can vote on future episodes of this show, as well as get access to episodes before they release, as well as early access to episodes of our sister show, Off the Shelf, which is about books, and that podcast is exclusive to YouTube and Patreon. I might be able to get episode 3 out sometime soon. I made a discovery that might actually make it workable.
Discovery Plus?
No.
Aw.
Uh, Also in the description, you'll find a link to Spotify for podcasters, which itself has links to every platform that this podcast is on, as well as links to our Instagram and Twitter, where you can be notified when we release a new episode. Lily, what can they join us for? And also spin the wheel.
Yeah, usually, okay, that was an obvious lat. Oh my god.
Yeah,
What the hell? Okay, I'm just gonna go off I had to spin the wheel, but. Oh, wait, no, Well, I mean, I did need to spin the wheel, but next week is just free movie of the month and Black Panther.
okay. So what's tomorrow?
After that,
Oh, it's a Tuesday release. Okay.
yeah, after that week, it's Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Oh, what the hell?
Good question.
Yeah, like, okay, that was like just added to the wheel like a week ago or something.
Yeah, around that.
But anyway, yeah, look forward to those. But with all that being said, please get out if you'd like to avoid spoilers because we're going to talk about the movie now. All right.
There's a
So,
crab in it.
yeah, there's a crab in it. Um, who is voiced by the same guy who voices Nigel in Rio. And also, Lily, that was just my phone falling off the arm of the couch. Don't worry about it.
Ah, okay. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah. Um,
No, I just cannot believe Pretty Bird and Shiny were sung by the same people.
Same person.
Oh yeah, I don't
Singular.
know why I said people.
Yeah. It's weird to me, but yeah, it was something I had to Google it as soon as he opened his mouth and started singing. But yeah, I want to talk about how I watched this movie. So the first time I saw it, it was in theaters.
hmm
So yeah, I'm not sure if you saw it in theaters or not. I imagine
I
not.
honestly cannot remember why I know this movie. I don't remember the first time I watched it. I just know I did watch it.
Interesting. So to watch it for recording today, I downloaded a homebrew app to my Wii to allow it to play DVDs. And I watched this movie on my Wii. Aside from the fact that it's in 480p, which you have to deal with DVDs anyway, it was a pretty okay experience.
We already got taken down my Nintendo.
Yeah, they can't do anything.
We could also be taken down by someone claiming that they're Nintendo.
They also can't do anything. This podcast is on multiple platforms. They would have to try really hard to take it down.
Yeah, the pretenders can only get us on YouTube.
But yeah, and just saying that a homebrew app can let you play DVDs on your Wii is not something Nintendo can do anything about. But regardless, I feel like I haven't seen this movie in ages because I had completely forgotten about a number of things. I had forgotten the song "Shiny" even existed. Um, that's honestly the main thing. I had forgotten quite a few of the other songs. Really, the only ones I remembered super well were "How Far I'll Go" and "You're Welcome."
After like You're Welcome, like there's just a big gap with no songs, and then Shiny, then that's the last song.
I don't think the gap between "You're Welcome" and "Shiny" is really that big.
Hmm. I just thought about it, I was like, really once she's off the island, there's only like two more songs.
Well, there's "You're Welcome," there's "Shiny," there's "I Am Moana," there's whatever the hell she's singing to Tafiti.
Alright, I'm gonna try about that song.
Can we
But
talk
that's
about
like
how
30 seconds.
can we talk about how amazing of a twist it is that Taka is Tafiti? Like at this point, we both already knew that, but
Yeah.
like watching it for the first time, that twist was fucking great.
Oh, it was interesting. Though it is weird to me how like they always say this monster like it's been established, you know, this monster has existed for a while, and then oh, this monster was created because of the heart was being taken. But that's around the only thing I've noticed.
I mean, they don't really say that the monsters like existed for a while. They just say Taka showed up because Taka wanted the heart.
Give me back me heart, me arty.
Yeah. Wow. But anyway, I don't know. I feel like watching this movie at 480p is a little bit of a disservice to how good the art and the animation is. But at the same time, it was a choice between watching it in 480p on my TV or watching it in 1080p on my phone.
Widescreen or more pixels.
Yeah, it's both options are just kind of bad. If only
Though
my
one of
PS
them does not require internet.
if only my PS3 still worked, I could have watched my Blu-ray copy.
I mean, even if your PlayStation 3 worked, um, even even if your PlayStation 3 turned on, it still just couldn't play Blu-ray.
Yeah, because the Blu-ray drive just kind of died. Um, but regardless, I don't know. I feel like there could have been a better way to watch this movie.
If I had like one complaint about this movie, it just I don't know. When I was rewatching it now, it just made me realize how shoehorned that chicken was into this plot. Like
Eh,
it just there.
just like every other animal sidekick in every other Disney movie is just there.
I would have preferred the pig.
Nah,
I like the pig.
I think Hey Hey is funny.
Hmm. No,
But like,
I
I
mean,
don't
maybe I
know.
grown like a little distaste because it's like my parents like, oh look at the funny chicken, and they also like, oh look at the funny minion.
Okay, I don't think Hey Hey is comparable to the cringe that is the Minions.
I know, but I just hear that all the time. It's like, oh my god, can you have like a better opinion on movies for once, please?
For real. It's like, but then again, who cares why people like something?
Me, because I overthink things. My brain goes overtime. It's like, hey, you're trying to sleep? Think about other things now.
Think about why other people like things.
Fuck it. My favorite hobby while sleeping.
But I mean, I don't know. I thought this movie was pretty great. I think I do think it's a breath of fresh air that this movie didn't have a twist villain because I feel like this came at the very end of the twist villain era.
No, it didn't have a twist villain. It had a twist hero.
Or twist goddess.
God? Yeah, twist goddess. That's a weird word. That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, twist goddess. Although Disney has had one good twist villain, but the funny thing is that twist villain was not from the era of Disney twist villains. We'll get to them eventually. I won't say what movie they're from because I know Lily hasn't seen it, and it would be a massive spoiler.
Pocahontas.
It's not Pocahontas.
Damn it.
But anyway, um, I don't know. The songs in this movie are great. I do have a hot take, and it's that the pop version of How Far I'll Go is also great, and people can cry about it. But the pop version of You're Welcome sucks. It changes the lyrics for some reason.
And
And
why would you change the lyrics to your welcome? That's just such an easy to understand song.
yeah, and like the lyric changes that are in there, I don't get. Like it goes from I killed an eel to I killed a snake. Like
What?
yeah, like I don't get it.
What, do you think people know snakes more than eels?
I mean they do,
Okay,
but
probably.
still.
But still, it matches the aesthetic for an eel.
It's
Especially especially since it's growing coconuts.
yeah, and like I think it's great to not have a twist villain. Other than Tamatoa, this movie doesn't even really have any villains.
No, it's really just the inconvenience of the week. And then, the, yeah, I don't know what I was trying to say, but it has like multiple people trying to stop them, but not really a main villain.
Yeah, and
Like, Greek.
Greek.
I don't know. Like, when I think about it, just like the slight inconveniences, that usually happens in Greek stories.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Some have a very clear villain, and then some are the Odyssey.
Some are the Odyssey, yeah.
And I don't know. Like, hopefully, when we get to covering the portion of the Percy Jackson TV show that is the Sea of Monsters, hopefully it's really good there.
Hopefully I get to see it. I've been
What do
waiting
you?
for this.
Yeah, and it feels like it's never gonna come.
Almost, yeah.
But yeah, I also think it's such a nice thing that, like, from what I understand, and I guess I'm not too qualified to speak on this because I'm like just a white person from America. From what I understand, Disney actually did their research and they put like a lot of effort into making sure that they did like Polynesian culture correctly.
I've heard mixed opinions, though I'm pretty sure the ones that are happy about it are the ones that actually mattered.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember. I feel like the times I heard that people were angry about it, I heard from a secondhand source.
I've heard of people being angry about kids, white kids, dressing up as Moana for Halloween. And I have a feeling like, to me, that's pretty racist. When you try to
The people
decide,
having problems with it, or
yeah, the people having problems with it. Because, like, when you try to tell children who they can and can't dress up as for Halloween because of the color of their skin and nothing else,
yeah, especially their kids.
yeah, like, goddamn. And damn it, my phone fell off the arm of the couch again.
Your phone really likes falling off.
Yeah, kind of like Disney.
Wow, ruthless.
I mean, look at what's going on right now. The last good movie, like the last really good movie they put out was Encanto, and what was the last one before that?
I don't fucking remember.
Probably something like Moana or Zootopia or something.
My bet's on Zootopia.
I can't remember when, like, the order these movies came out, but it was refreshing, anyway, to see Disney actually put effort in. 'Cause like I feel like the like Lilo and Stitch does do some good, like, some representation, but it really isn't as, like, the culture really isn't as prominent as it is here, and
Yeah.
it's more about this one specific family and normal struggles that any family would go with, that any family that has had tragedy happen to them would have to deal with, regardless of what culture they're in, and then also like sci-fi alien shit.
I do like my sci-fi alien shit.
Yeah, and then of course you have the Dark Ages where Disney was representing cultures in horrible ways. Peter Pan, anyone?
Well, I mean, what about the mediocre ways?
I mean, I talked about that. Lilo and Stitch is like
No, I
prime
mean Raya and the
example.
Last Dragon.
Raya and the Last Dragon was just bad.
I mean, I wouldn't say Lilo and Stitch mediocre. I would say okay. It existed.
Yeah, but I mean, Raya and the Last Dragon, they tried. It's just they failed. Because the issue was that they like homogenized everything, and that wasn't the way to go.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch didn't try. It just wanted to be a movie set place there. It
Yeah,
didn't do anything offensive, but didn't try to do anything more than exist.
yeah, like it was basically the bare minimum. And this movie, it very much feels like a celebration of like Polynesian cultures. Um,
Though, if you want celebration of different cultures, I don't know. I think Coco and maybe Encanto. Okay, Encanto is a maybe there, but Coco is definitely one of the movies I like to point to as like celebration of cultures.
I mean, from what I know, Colombian people really loved Encanto.
I just don't know in like uh sorry, I'm getting lost in my own thought. I don't know how happy they are against the happy people for Moana.
I will say another thing though, like from what I've heard, the mythology about Maui is pretty accurate. Like even stuff in,
Really?
yeah, like even stuff in the song "You're Welcome," the things that he claimed that he did. From what from what I've heard, it's accurate information.
Wait, how though? Because of his origin story. Like there was humans, but he also brought the sun in.
I don't know. I mean, mythology's weird, man.
Fair enough. I mean, if I'm believing in any mythology, I guess it's not wherever Maui's from. It's Greek. I believe in Greek.
uh, yeah,
Actually,
no.
what mythology is Maui from?
I mean,
Like, what
th-
is it called?
there's probably some specific place, and I don't remember.
Hmm.
Um, because when I was hearing all this information about like the accuracy of the mythology, this was like a couple of months after the movie came out.
Ah, which I also found out was in 2016.
Yeah. So, like, 7 years ago.
Also, I wonder if Tahiti is also like an actual god from that mythology.
I'm not sure. Feel like that could be an interesting thing to look into. I also,
I'll do it a little bit later.
something I do also want to say is that I had a 3DS custom theme from this movie, and it had Taka on one screen and Tahiti on the other, or Tafiti, not Tahiti.
Tahiti, a magical place.
Shut up. But yeah, it was a pretty cool custom theme that existed.
What was the song?
I can't remember. I think it was just some score from the movie.
Uh, Honestly, like that's just my favorite part about downloading 3DS themes. It's the custom songs that are added to my home screen.
Yeah, I think it's super cool. Like this movie is super cool.
Smooth transition.
Yeah, yeah, super smooth. Uh huh. Um,
But yeah, this movie has definitely garnered a fan base. One character has got a very particular fan base. Why is it the crab?
yeah. Lily and I were talking about it, and we both have like watched a YouTuber who is like super obsessed with this crab. I have a feeling some of y'all already know who that is, but yeah, it's kind of funny.
I just can't remember his name right now.
I do remember his name.
But the only I was like I never remember his YouTube name. I can only remember off his profile picture and like the start of his videos. Like, oh yeah, it's the Tamatoa guy.
Yeah. Um, Although for some reason my brain kept like until I watched this movie again, my brain kept thinking that the crab's name was Kalamatoa.
Kalamatoa. I'm sorry. Age of Calamity. Getting an update.
Maybe. The final boss is no longer Calamity Ganon, it's Kalamatoa.
Kalamatoa. Oh my god. Every time you attempt to fight him, it's a non-skippable cutscene with Shiny.
Ah, yes, shiny. I do believe we already talked about how the voice actor is Nigel from Rio.
We did.
But like Maui's voice actor is Dwayne the Rock Johnson. And I'm sorry, did anybody really know that that guy could sing before this movie came out?
Probably not.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me because he's in like fucking every movie and I don't think I've ever heard him sing in anything else.
Okay, we're at the 20-minute mark, or a bit more than the 20-minute mark. I think it's time to get disappointing.
What's disappointing?
Why is this movie getting a live action remake?
I've also heard that this movie might be getting a sequel.
Okay, I can get a sequel as long as it's animated. But really, um, who's is Rock still doing the? I forgot who's doing the live Maui,
I have no idea.
because
I
that's the person who actually released the news.
I have no idea if The Rock is still going to be playing Maui in the live action. I had honestly completely forgotten that the live action remake was happening.
honestly, the only thing I remember, like, I can never remember his name, but I remember people were relating it to his failed, like, Black Adam movie.
I don't know if that failed or not. I haven't seen it. But I mean, as has been pointed out by other people before, when it comes to comic book movies, we have given Sony and Fox and Warner Brothers many chances to impress us, and sometimes they do. But until some other company comes along and starts making panel accurate like adaptations of comic books, the MCU is still going to be the best adaptation of comic books we have. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's like that. I wouldn't say that the MCU is like super accurate, but they get the most important things right, in my opinion. They get the costumes and they get characterization most of the time. Uh, then you have characters like Mantis who are completely different. Um,
Great.
but yeah, I don't know. Like, The Rock has been in so many things that, like, if you were to try to look at a filmography page for him, it would be like 3 miles long, probably.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Dwayne Johnson was the one that actually announced the live action Moana.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I definitely feel like it has more potential than the live action Lilo and Stitch. Because I feel like Stitch is going to look like a nightmare, and there's not too many things you can truly screw up. That, like, there's not too many difficult things that would have to be CGI in Moana. Like, ocean
Well, you
stuff
do have
is.
the coconuts, you have Tamatoa.
When it comes to like stuff like Tamatoa, Tamatoa is based on a real creature. It's probably not going to be that difficult. The ocean, I mean, there's been plenty of movies in the past that have nailed ocean CGI. I'm not worried about the CGI on the ocean.
What about the coconuts?
I'm not worried about the coconuts at all.
And then the lava monster.
Okay, yeah, that might be a concern, but I mean, I don't know if you can look worse than what Hades looked like in The Lightning Thief.
Why when you said Hades it like not Disney, not live action you know, Percy Jackson, not even Percy Jackson came to mind. The first thing that came to mind was the Kid Icarus Hades.
Of course, it would be knowing you. But yeah, like, I don't know. I have a feeling Takal will look okay.
I don't know. It just, especially like, Moana has not been out long enough to like cash grab on nostalgia. So what? Why are you doing this now?
Because, I mean, like I said, though, I definitely. These live action movies, very, very few of them are ever good, but like I'm saying, my point here is that I think the live action Lilo and Stitch is going to be worse.
That's that's just too bad. And it's like, yeah, well, at least this one can be on a pedestal in the trash. But I don't know. Maybe okay. Maybe it could just blow me away. It probably won't.
It's like, Cinderella, from what I hear, is their best one because they actually did something different with it. Um, and it was
Okay,
also apparently the first one they did.
yeah. No, if you can make a live action remake, but have like something different with it, like instead of making live action remake, make oh my god, what's the main the enemy um the bad guy in Sleeping Beauty?
Maleficent
Yeah, make Maleficent.
or stuff like Maleficent and Cruella. Those are probably those are probably what you should make. Although you don't necessarily have to focus on the villain.
Oh
Just
yeah.
just do
But
something
like
original instead of remaking the movie.
oh yeah, speaking about remaking the movie, they're remaking How to Train Your Dragon. My disappointment this year only grows.
In live action,
I guess.
I swear if I start hearing that Pixar movies are being remade in live action, I'm going to scream.
What movies would they make in live action?
Toy Story. You
That would
know,
just be
actually,
CGI.
yeah, actually thinking about it, if they remade Toy Story in live action, it would probably look significantly better than Toy Story does.
Oh my god. No, actually, no. I would take a live no, not a live action Toy Story remake. A um motion capture Toy Story remake. Not motion capture. Frick, I forgot what the medium is called.
Well, then I can't help you.
No, it's you take a picture every frame.
Stop motion?
Thank you. No, stop motion. Toy Story movie one.
They'll never do that.
I know, but imagine Toy Story with actual toys.
Stop motion movies are notoriously like difficult and expensive to make. Like there's a reason we don't see them very often, and there's a reason that Leica is kind of going under because their movies cost more to make than they're actually making.
Yeah,
Even if
but hey,
even if their movies are good, it's just
um, I
diminishing
can still
returns.
dream. I can still dream about Toy Story with actual toys.
But I don't know. I feel like there's not much to say about this other than this movie's great. It may not be as good as The Lion King, but it's still like this movie and Zootopia and Encanto. Like they show that Disney still has the potential to make good movies. It just really frustrates me when they pump out stuff that like Raya and the Last Dragon and Strange World, which are just kind of mediocre.
Yeah,
Like I'm not asking every movie to be as great as The Lion King or Aladdin, I guess.
really struggling for that second one.
Yeah, I don't know. But make very good, make movies that are as good as you can, because you've pumped out crap before, uh, like Ralph Breaks the Internet, and I don't know. It's movies like that that are why a lot of people don't respect animation anymore. That and the Minions and all that stuff. It's yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, what can I say? Except you're welcome.
no comment.
And hey, look, Avery's scrolling down job resumes to replace me.
Yep. Uh, so while I do that, why don't you get into the critic ratings?
So we have 3 plus whatever Google feels like today. 7.6 out of 10 for IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 95%. Facebook gives it a 4.8 out of 5. What? And 85% of Google users like this movie.
I feel like that's way too low for Google users.
85?
Yeah. Uh,
So then, what about you?
I mean, honestly, I feel like actually giving it the same though, 8.5.
Huh.
I just feel like the Google user score would have been higher.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I actually tried to premeditate, but I feel like it was a little bit too low and a little bit too memey. So I'm just gonna bump it up to like 8.2.
Yeah, this movie's good. Um,
Like during the while I was watching, I was like, I don't know if I can give this above an 8, but it has to be a high 7, 7.8. Fuck.
yeah, but regardless, join us next week for whatever our free movie of the month is for July and Black Panther, and you can join us the week after that for Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Apparently,
Apparently, Jesus.
yeah. But until next time, I've been Avery, that's been Lily, and we will be seeing you.